I think people get tattooed because, there's not a lot of real stuff left in the world, and it's all like the 24-hour news cycle. Nothing lasts. With tattooing, it's blood, it's pain, it's permanence. When you get that needle in your skin for the first time, you have to be there. You can't just call it in. You have to sit there and take the pain, and then sit there and heal it, and then you got to live with the consequences of your action. Good morning. Welcome to the East West Podcast with your host, Horisumi. Today is Saturday, January 18th, 2025. We've left 2024 on the back end, coming into the front end of 2025, and just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on here and what's gone on here. To give you an idea of how fucking, retarded things have gotten. About a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, I was mixing some pigment here with my apprentice, Bonsai. We were making some colors. Just on my lunch break, I let the pigment do its thing, marinate for a while. And I needed this color, so we brought out the mixers, mixed the colors at my station, didn't think a thing of it, put it away. Whatever, And then, 5 days before Christmas, my tattoo shop got raided by the police and the public health department. Yes, raided. I wasn't here. Public health went through all my shit, took photographs of my personal papers, seized a bunch of my pigments, wouldn't tell my staff what was going on, ripped all my shit apart. Police went through all my stuff at the front of the counter. They weren't very friendly, let's put it that way. So, eventually got the nice lady from the public health department on the phone and found out that someone had made a written complaint that I was tattooing people with paint. Acrylic paint, to be specific. All right? So, all I can think is either two things. There's a malicious actor out there who's trying to give me a hard time writing stupid stuff about me to the government. So whatever this letter went through, I was told by the public health lady, the letter went through ministerial channels, through a bunch of agencies, through the police, the counterterrorism police, because the police regulate tattooing here. Went through all these different agencies and whatever, and no one wanted to touch it because it was clearly fucking bullshit. I ended up at the desk of the public health, state public health. Now, I have a relationship with this lady. I just had my shop gone through 6 months ago, tidied up the little things that she mentioned. She's been here 3 times, knew her, has my phone number. The other gentleman involved with public health, know him, have his phone number. Instead of being a normal person and doing the thing that makes sense, which is give me a call and go, hey, someone's saying this, is there any truth to it? Can you show us where your inks come from? Right? Everyone knows I make my own ink. I don't hide it. I talk about it. I've got powders on display in the shop. It's on my website. It's pretty fucking common knowledge. But the public health department got the idea that I was tattooing people with acrylic paint and thought, we're going to get this guy. We're going to get this guy. So they came in guns a-blazing, police escort, and seized a bunch of my ink. And then when I got her on the phone, I explained to her, listen, man, it's tattoo pigment powder. Here's all the receipts. Here's where I get it from. Here's how I mix it. Here's where I buy my alcohol with a government-approved tax waiver issued by the tax department to buy pure alcohol. Here's the pharmaceutical grade ingredients I use and the receipts. Well, everything changed, right? The whole fucking story changed. Didn't get an apology. Didn't get a sorry. Didn't get a but I got, we're going to give you your stuff back, because there's not much we can do, and, da-da-da. It was very strange. all you have to do is call me, come by. It's not like I'm hiding in the back alley somewhere. Just come by and just go, hey, Someone said this shit. Can you show us some stuff? And I would go, yeah, here you go. Right? Easy. Instead, made a big show about it. Scared the shit out of my customers. Scared the shit out of my staff. And all I can think is that some customer here, it's got to be a customer. I mean, if it's one of my staff, well, I'm fucked, right? Because I got traders around me. But I'm assuming it's a customer who watches too much Ink Master and saw me mixing powdered pigment and thought, my God, this guy with 3 decades of tattoo experience, a wall full of tattoo art, hundreds of clients completed. This guy must be using paint to tattoo his clients. I'm gonna dob him in. I'm gonna catch this guy. Right? I don't know what other thought process there is. The lady from the health department said that the letter sounded like somebody who knew what they were talking about. Yeah. Fucking acrylic tattooing. So there was not a complaint about someone who'd been tattooed by me with tattoo pigment. With acrylic tattoo paint. It wasn't the first person like, I got a tattoo from Kian and I'm poisoned, because that's what would happen. It was I saw him making tattoo ink out of paint. Well, so there's no harm reported. It was just someone who didn't know what the fuck they were looking at and went off the rails and weaponized the government against me. And that's what's crazy, is that nowhere along the way did someone stop and think, oh, that doesn't make a lot of sense, because if that was true and he was doing that, there would be actual complaints from people who were poisoned. So that was my fun for Christmas, right? That was my fun for Christmas. So I'm getting they seized about 3 liters of pigment from me. So I'm getting all that back, hopefully. And yeah, good times. So yeah, be careful out there if you're mixing ink or you're making needles or you're doing something traditional, handmade or old school. Be careful the eyes upon you, because yeah, I hate to use the word Karens, you know, derogatory towards you know, women, and it's generally used against white women. I don't want to be derogatory against them. But it's that kind of behavior, you know, that fucking school marm, hall monitor kind of fucking behavior, all right? It ruined my Christmas, because this didn't get resolved until the day before Christmas, really. So it really fucked me up. You know, it was very stressful. Didn't know what was going on. They were threatening to close my shop down, telling me they were going to put a prohibition order on my shop before Christmas, when they were all these, you know, gangbusters about acrylic paint in my ink. So turns out it was all bullshit, and still waiting for an apology. We'll see if it comes. So that was the end of 2024. 2025, I've got a bunch of big projects coming up, and some of you that follow me, you know, I've got this little started a little embroidery company making like you know, hats and stuff. Little fun thing, little creative thing, you know. So I'm doing like, you know, tattoo stuff and shop merchandise and stuff like that, and little artworks and stuff. And I'm doing custom commissions for other artists if artists want hats for their tattoo shop or their tattoo art or something like that. So it's just a little side hobby my wife and I are doing. So if you're interested in seeing what I'm making, you can check out the store on the Authentink.com website and check those out. I never really push my merch on this, but you know, I want to, right? I want to get some of these t-shirts out the door, get some of these hats out the door. You know, I like seeing people wearing my stuff, right? As anyone would. What else? One of the things I've noticed that people send me these videos is I guess with tattooing being slow for a lot of people, and people with a lot of free time to make content, the amount of people that are kind of giving the game away with their content for attention. Yeah, everyone wants attention. You know, and I find it kind of sad and tiresome when, you know, especially when it's you know, it's some good people around for a while, making videos, making content, like just totally giving the game away, sharing all the secrets. I don't know why you would do that for short-term clicks, short-term attention. giving away all your magic tricks, giving away the magic and the mystery of tattooing. You know, I find that sad. And also the clowning. There's so much so much ridiculing and mocking of tattooing that some of these people are making. It makes me not want to be on Instagram sometimes. You know, even my podcast here, even my little show I do, which is more like just talk therapy for me, you know, I've kind of slowed it down a little bit, as you've noticed. I haven't done too much of it. Because there's so much fucking bullshit content out there, and I don't want to contribute to it. You know, I love tattooing, and I was trying to explain to my client yesterday the effects that Instagram have had on tattooing. And I was trying to say, like, you know, if you do a bodysuit or a back piece and you put it online, you know, it's people just, yep, back piece. Like, it's got no magic, right? When we were kids, you know, if you saw a tattoo, a bodysuit, or back piece, or even a cool fucking tattoo, it was a big deal to see it in person. And you were wowed and amazed. Same as, you know, 40 years ago, if you saw a pair of boobies in a magazine, you know, or in a bra catalog, you know, you're like, wow, right? It was amazing. And now with, you know, the degeneracy and the porn that's everywhere, everyone's so desensitized to it. I think people are so desensitized to tattooing. Just like when you go to the art gallery and you're surrounded by beautiful art and it's all in one place. And after half an hour, 40 minutes of looking at the world's best paintings, you're like, yeah, another 8-foot painting. Yeah, another 8-foot painting. You just get desensitized to it. And Instagram has 100% done this to tattooing. You know, for everybody, right? I mean, for artists, for clients. You know, it's put stuff on display, so much of it in the same place, that it just takes so much away from it, right? And I don't know what to do about it. You need Instagram to get out there and, you know, show the world your stuff if you want to attract clients. You know, it's I don't know what to do, man. I know I'm still, my account is still massively shadow banned for things that aren't even close to nudity. You know, it's just the AI is just picking everything up. And I've been flagged for like over a year now. I've lost thousands of followers. I'm not getting any new ones. You know, just because people don't see your stuff or whatever, they just unfollow you. I have no idea, right? Maybe they're fake accounts, bot accounts that get deleted. No fucking idea. But because I'm not showing up in any of the search features or explore function, I'm not getting new followers. And it doesn't really matter. I'm busy as fuck, right? So, but just for the sake of Instagram itself, you know, it's a flawed platform now for tattooers. And I hear this from a lot of tattooers. You know, and there doesn't seem to be a next platform for us to go to. Instagram still seems to be the dominant tattoo one. So we'll see how this year goes with that. I update my website quite frequently with stuff. So I've got a full portfolio on there. But anyways, so that's pretty much all I wanted to get into. Tell you a little story about my last few weeks. If you want a cool hat, check out the website. We got some shirts. And I will see how we go with doing another episode in the near future. There's a few people I still want to interview and talk to. See if I can get them on. Otherwise, I'll do a periodic to camera show like today. All right, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.